Welcome back, everyone. Okay, if you are like me and you work out and you eat right, but you still can't get rid of that belly pooch, we have maybe a solution for you. Kathleen Pagnini, she is an inner core and pelvic floor specialist. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you,
And you've
Catherine.
also written a book. It's called 7 Secrets to a Sexy Silhouette. Who doesn't want a sexy silhouette?
Yeah, right.
What is the basis of the book? What do you talk about?
The basis of the book, it's basically a program for women my age that have problems with incontinence, back pain, and actually improves their sexual life without pills, pads, surgery, Kegels, or sit-ups.
So you're saying that it's all intertwined. If you're having problems, maybe you're doing the sit-ups and you're not seeing the results, it's because you're not working that other core, which is the inner core.
Correct, correct.
Okay. And does that happen to a lot of women?
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, if you have any leaking at the moment, when you cough, laugh, or sneeze, that's a first indication that you need to do something and do some inner core strengthening exercises.
Okay, so you're going to demonstrate an exercise that you say is really important just to tie everything together. What do you call it?
I call it the parasol exercise.
Okay,
Right?
And so why don't you show us, because it involves these 2 chairs, which is why we have them here.
Excellent.
Okay, I'm
Right.
going to follow your lead.
Okay, perfect. All right, first thing I'm going to do, a lot of people that we're going to go through some awareness, and we're going to do an imagery exercise. This actually helps activate that inner core. So if you want to step right here.
Right here.
And so it's called a parasol exercise. A lot of people that sit down don't sit correctly. They sit on their legs or they sit on their spine, which is their sacrum. That is incorrect.
Okay.
You always want to sit on your sits bones, number 1.
Where is the sits
Go
bone?
ahead and put your hands underneath your bum, and you feel those 2 pointy things? All the
I
way
should
in there,
feel that
Catherine.
more.
Get them all the way in there.
Okay.
They're little 2 pointy things.
Yep.
You always want to be sitting on those bones.
Okay.
Always. Never sit on the legs or the sacrum. That's going to make your belly pooch and cause more problems.
So none of this, okay? No slouching.
None of this and none of that.
Okay.
So let's stand up.
Okay.
All right. Now, what I help people with is activate this area. So when you're going to go sit in a chair, I want you to imagine that you have a parasol and it's upside down and it sits right in here.
Okay.
Now you have about 30, 40 pounds of guts inside. Now this parasol is going to actually lift the guts before the butts. So it's guts before butts.
Okay.
So here we go. I'm going to lift the parasol. So I'm going to go whoosh, make the noise, and then I'm going to send my sits bones back and sit on them.
You know, that's interesting because you automatically, when you think of that going up, it almost feels like your core is lengthening.
Absolutely,
Right?
It does, absolutely. So we do it when we get out of a chair as well, so we don't use our legs. So we're going to use the parasol, guts before butts. So we go whoosh, guts, and then up.
Okay.
So you don't feel it in your legs or your knees or your back. So this is...
How important is it when you're going throughout the day, walking, you know, around the office, to really just engage your core on a regular basis? Because you can do that, right?
Actually, that is causing more problems.
Oh.
Pulling everything in, squeezing, tucking, and holding yourself so tightly, intensely, is literally pushing everything out. And what we're trying to do, is we're trying to hold on to everything down there using the little Kegel muscle. So there's 3 layers down here of the pelvic floor muscles. So we want to actually use our core correctly from the inside to the outside. And what we're doing is we're walking around all stiff, tense, and tight, and our inner core is not able to activate. So this exercise alone will help your brain trigger this inner core mechanism that we all have and take the weight off the legs and help the pooch and the pain and the peeing. So it's guts, butts.
What about when you're in the gym and you're doing sit-ups? Is there a proper way to do a sit-up, and is there a sit-up that you recommend that gets both cores?
Well, I would, first of all, the pooch is caused by just doing sit-ups.
Okay.
If you don't have an inner core, you're going to always have this pooch.
Okay.
Of course, diet and all this plays a part, but in the book, I explain it's easy to understand program and easy to understand instructions. So if you're doing a sit-up and your belly's pooching while you're doing it, that is absolutely wrong. It must remain flat. And if it does not remain flat, then you must go and activate and strengthen the inner core. That has to fire first, and then the outer core.
Well, you talk about it in your book. It's once again called 7 Secrets to a Sexy Silhouette. You can find it on KathleenPagnini.com. Thank you so much for joining us. We
Thank
really
you, Catherine.
appreciate you being here at Arizona Daily Mix. When we come back, we're talking with Monica about keeping a kiddo's calendar. Don't go away.